Welcome to JD Cars, and I don't know why, but ever since Japfest a few months ago, I've been absolutely obsessed with GTRs. I mean, since seeing that grey one absolutely hoon it around the track, annihilate everything, I thought I've got to come and film a video on one. So I've come down to Evans Halshaw Nissan in Doncaster to film that Nissan GTR Track Pack. Right, so what's different to this car compared to a standard GTR? Well, first, we've got new front inlets there, fully carbon. Pretty much everything's carbon on this car, which feed air to the brake cooling lines front and rear, and as well as also on the wheels we've got new 20-inch bespoke wheels for the track pack, which have tyres, instead of filled with normal air, filled with nitrogen because normal air is not stable enough. Now, a few specs of this car. This thing will do 0 to 62 in 2.7 miles an hour, and just to give you a bit of perspective for that, the standard, that is 1/10 faster than the standard car and 2 whole tenths faster than a McLaren 12C, which, as I'm sure you all probably know, are between 100,000 and 120,000, where this is 50 grand, which is pretty much bargain of the century. Now, come down to the rear, we've got this full carbon wing, which is actually handmade. Now, normal GTRs don't have a carbon wing, but track packs do. Now, if we come round to the interior, love these door handles, come out backwards instead of forwards, that's how it's locked. There we are. I really like these door handles. Now, anyway, interior. So the first main difference is the seats. Now, as I'm sure you all know, the standard GTR has red accents or just plain black accents, whereas on the track edition or the track pack, it's blue. And now, as well as that, instead of full leather seats, we've got Alcantara and obviously full recaro bucket seats. I mean, the speeds this thing can do, you're gonna need those. Now, in the rear is where there's a big difference, because as you all know, there is usually 2 seats there, but this time it's sort of like this diamond stitching cloth over them, as well as the 2 standard Bose speakers there. Now, rear seats, it's not really going to be something you miss, because at the end of the day, cars like this, rear seats are just there, can't really do much with them. So yeah, but here obviously that thing is like a PlayStation, that screen. Now, it's got obviously full satellite navigation, parking sensors, rear cameras, everything you'd expect, as well as the flappy pedal system made to a twin clutch gearbox, which I'll come on to more in a minute, and proper handbrake as well, which is really good because nothing in this class has that, as well as 2 cup holders, fairly what you need for a daily supercar, and not the biggest thing in the world in the glove, in the side, but again, GTR, you're not really looking for practicality. Now, again, glove box, not massive, but only really going to need a handbook in there and that's it. Now, again, this is, I mean, yeah, obviously carbon, it's not real carbon fibre, I don't think, but again, I don't really care, it just looks good, really. And this as well, got gears up in the top right, revs in the middle, and speed over in the left, and that GTR badge in the middle. Right, let's talk about the engine, because that's where this thing really comes to life. Now, standard, it is a 3.7 litre twin turbo 24 valve V6, which produces 545 brake horsepower and 436 pound-foot of torque, but as I'm sure you all probably know, this engine can be tuned to well over 1,000. I mean, what Nissan have done to this, I don't know, because it's insane. But what we get on the track pack is new injectors, which means there's more torque at high end of the rev range, and as well as a new oil plan to make it more stable when being driven hard. Now, one thing I did want to say is this engine is probably one of the best ones out there because it's so advanced. I mean, if you took this engine and put it on a different GTR gearbox, it wouldn't work. I mean, it just would not start. Yet the numbers these things can be tuned to is just insane. So I'm fully aware that it sounds like I don't really know what I'm on about, but I've just been absolutely blown away by the fact that the guys here at Evans Halshaw are basically just giving me the car for an hour or two and told me to make a video on it, and I've just been absolutely blown away by it. I mean, I've always liked the GTR, but until today never actually loved it. I mean, it's actually probably now taking the top spot of sort of an achievable dream car, I guess you could say, away from an R8 V8 manual, because now I want one of these things more than anything else in the world. So anyway, I'm just going to shut up now and let you see the clips that you've been waiting to see ever since you clicked on this video. Right, welcome to the third attempt of that outro, because that thing's insane. I mean, yeah, all the links you need are in the description below. How that's not sold already, I don't know. It's mental. But yeah, let me know your opinions of it in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time.